What if you could trade all of your prop firm accounts from wherever you are, no matter what device you have on you? QuantVPS is a virtual private server solution that allows you to do just that. There are a ton of different VPS solutions out there, but QuantVPS sent me a message that, hey, Forrest, can you review ours? This is something that I've been doing for a while now, okay? So what I'm gonna break down in this video is how you can log into your main account in TradingView, use Replikanto and NinjaTrader running in a virtual private server in the cloud, and that's gonna allow you to trade all of your accounts, okay? We're gonna do it just a few small accounts. For those of you that are new here, my name is Forrest. I'm a day trader. I invest in stuff. I think that everybody should as well. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you find this useful. Make sure you watch to the end. This is going to be pretty in-depth with all the different setup. There are a few different components, and I'm going to break each and every one of them down for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so for the first part of this, you're going to need TradingView. I execute in TradingView, and it copy trades everything else automatically via my Replikanto plus QuantVPS setup. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. Go ahead and go to tradingview.com. Make sure you get TradingView, and I'm going to log into my personal account, but just on a demo account. Okay. So I have a NinjaTrader Tradeovate account already. In order to do this, you'll need some account that you can log into NinjaTrader with. Okay. So NinjaTrader supports a few different brokerages. I'm not going to necessarily show all of that, but it does allow you to do that. So I'm going to first log into TradingView with an account that I'll also log into NinjaTrader with for Replikanto. Keep that in mind, okay? I'm logging into TradingView first. So I'll hit this Tradeovate button and we're going to log in right now. So let's go to a demo. Okay, you can see here that I'm in my Ninja demo account. So I'm gonna log into the same account in my QuantVPS solution. But before that, we need to actually take a look at what QuantVPS is. So let's go ahead and go over to QuantVPS.com and check out their solutions. Okay, QuantVPS is a virtual private server solution. It's the best VPS for futures trading, right? They're specifically made for futures. So technically, right, you're trading on a computer. You can run a computer anywhere. You can run it in the cloud. They offer this as a service, right? So they have trading servers compatible with futures prop firms, okay? They're super duper fast, and there are a ton of different options, okay? They have the VPS Lite, $49 per month, VPS Pro, $99 per month, VPS Ultra, $199 per month, and a dedicated server is $299 for a month, okay? Whichever one of these you get, use my link. Appreciate you. There's a link down below if you want to try out QuantVPS. I've been using them for a little bit now. They're great, super fast, super reliable. Reliability is one of the most important components of using a virtual private server, right? Because it is doing all of your executions for you, okay? If you look here, 100% uptime guaranteed, 1 millisecond latency, super important, right? If you're trading, especially if you're gonna market in, worldwide accessibility, automatic backups, things like that. So if I go to my dashboard right now, I have a server already. I'll go to server, okay? And then username and password is there as well, and you can log into your server. There's also some information on how to log in. I'm on a Mac, and so there's an app called the Windows app for Mac, which allows you to do a remote login. So once we log into our server, I'll go to the Windows app right here. You can see that I'm already logged into this server. So I have NinjaTrader open on here. So I went to ninjatrader.com, downloaded it on the server. You can see that this is a Windows machine. So I have remoted into this piece of software. I'm signed into NinjaTrader, but I need to connect to my demo account. So what I'll do here is I'll hit configure. Let's go to connections. I want to sign into NinjaTrader. Okay. I will hit add that. I'm going to add my NinjaTrader demo account. So this will be Ninja demo account. I'm going to add in my username and password, and I'm going to choose simulation account for this one. I'll hit apply. I'll hit OK. And for connections, I will go to Ninja demo. Okay. This same account here is the same one that I'm signed into in TradingView. For this account, you can see here it's a SIM account, $148,000. I go to my Windows app, you can see here $148,000. So what I need to do is I need to copy trade, okay, across all of these different accounts, right? If I execute a trade in TradingView, it'll also execute here. So what you'll need to do is open up a browser inside of your virtual private server. You've already downloaded NinjaTrader. You're going to also download Replikanto. So you're going to search for Ninja Replikanto, okay? That'll bring you to Replikanto, Flowbots Replikanto. You go ahead and get yourself a license for this, okay? You can use my link down below for that. What does Replikanto do? Replikanto allows you to copy trade across different accounts. And so what you'll do is you'll select a main account, and then you're able to, anything that happens in that account will happen to all of your other accounts. And so if we go here, I'll show you what this looks like. So what you would do here, right, is you can sign into multiple different accounts. So if I want to sign into another account, I could just select it like this. And now my simulation account is connected, right? So I have the Ninja Trader demo, and I have the simulation account, right? And then I would add in, if I wanted to add in my funded futures account, I would come down here. The my funded futures is a Tradevate account. Ninja Trader and Tradevate are the same thing. So I would choose Ninja Trader. I would hit add. And then in my funded futures, I would say, this is the my funded futures. I would put in my funded futures credentials here, hit apply, log in. Once you've downloaded Replikanto, okay, you'll download Replikanto and follow the instructions to set that up. Go ahead, pause the video, make sure you get it installed. Okay, there's a few things you'll need to do as well. You'll need to go to options. Okay, then there is a configuration called, or an option called, or sorry, there's an option called multi-provider. You want to make sure you have this checked on. If you don't have multi-provider checked on, you will not be able to log into multiple accounts. Ninja Trader's default is that you can't do this. So you have multi-provider checked. That's going to allow you to log into multiple accounts. So you can see here that I have 2 accounts connected right now. So I'm going to open a new Replikanto window. Okay, I'll go to new. We want to go to Flowbots, Replikanto. Okay, this opens up my Replikanto window. All right, so there's only 2 accounts here, right? I need a leader account, and then these are all the followers. I'm going to make my leader this demo account right here, and I'm going to turn on the sim. So if I have this sim account, some my funded futures accounts, I could have 20 Apex accounts, 20 Elite Trader funding accounts. All of them will appear here, and then I can choose, you know, exactly how they're going to follow. I'll show you that in a second. So for the instrument, I'm going to do ES, you know, June 2025. So that means that only the trades on this account for this instrument will get copied. This is very important. I'll say that again. This is the account that's the leader. This demo. This is the account that's logged in TradingView, remember? And the instrument is this ES June, okay, 2025. So if I go back to TradingView and I need to go to the instrument of ES for June 2025, so back to TradingView, okay? Let's find ES, make sure we have the June contract, okay? June 2025, that's selected. I'll go here. And if I execute a trade, maybe as a sell, okay, I can't do a market, but let's do a limit order here. Let's do sell 1 limit. Okay, it's rejected because the market's not open. Okay, cannot place order outside of market hours. So you can see here that it's actually trying to place the order. The orders that I'm putting here on TradingView are executing here as well. So I got this little pop-up because the market isn't open right now, but that's exactly how it works. Okay, so everything that happens over there happens over here. There's a few things that we can do with Replikanto as well. Okay, I can do an ATM copy, market only. Okay, I can do a cross order. So this will allow you to cross between the micros and the minis. Okay, so if I take, maybe I want to do different sizings across my different firms. For example, maybe I have some Apex accounts with a ton of drawdown, and I just started trading some Elite Trader funding accounts or some my funded future accounts. So I'll trade minis on this account while I trade, or sorry, I'll trade micros on this account while I trade minis on the big account. Okay, so it's going to execute those differently. I can also change the quantities and things like that. So there's a ton of different ways that I could use this. So right now it's set to exact quantity. I could do pooled quantity, available cash, percent change, or ratio. Okay, if I want to do a ratio, perhaps I'll change the ratio to 4. So every time I go long on 1 ES, it's going to go long here on this account with 4 MES. Okay, so there's a ton of flexibility there. In Replikanto as well, and this is really important, you also have the ability to make some configuration for how it behaves. And so in order to do this, you will need to, if you double click here inside this box, you can go to properties. Okay. So this is going to give you the ability to change how this behaves. Okay. So there's some general properties here, and there's some things under follower guard that's going to allow you to protect your positions. This is really important if you're going to trade a lot of accounts. Okay. You should expect things to break every once in a while, not because the tools don't work. Okay. Replikanto is probably the most efficient trade copier I've ever used. Okay. QuantVPS works amazingly well. What will happen though is that the market moves very fast, and even with a small amount of lag, sometimes you'll miss an entry. Okay. So this is really important. So you can put in an email when things get disarmed, right? Disarmed means that an account stops following because it got desynced. Cancel the follower entry order if it's not filled. Okay, so if the order is not filled, the market moves away from it, don't re-enter later. Cancel the follower entry order after X seconds. Flatten the follower if it becomes out of sync. That's important. Flatten the follower if it becomes out of sync after X amount of seconds. So each of these has a time with it. Flatten the follower if it's in the opposite direction compared to the leader's position, and disarm it if disarm follower is selected. Okay, so if this is selected, this is a pretty important one. Okay, so you don't want to be trading, you don't want accounts trading opposite directions. Most firms have that as a rule. And so if it gets desynced, Replikanto will automatically flatten that, right? And you can set a time period for this. All right, these guards, you need to have these configured, guys. I'm just going to tell you right now, through experience, you need to have these configured. That's why they're here. Okay, expect, especially if you have a lot of accounts, for things to get desynced every once in a while, and this will save you. Okay, flatten follower if any submitted order is rejected. That's important, right? So maybe I submitted an order on my main account, it gets filled, okay? Or sorry, on my main account it gets rejected, but then the order gets accepted on the followers. Okay, I want whatever happened on my main account to be what's happening on every account. Okay, I don't want it to be different. It's gonna get confusing. You're gonna have to come in and manage all of these different trades for like 40 different accounts. Ask me how I know, okay? Flatten the follower if the changing order submitted returns an error, right? You get the point. Okay, network Replikanto. So this is if you want to do, configure Replikanto remotely, and there are some other things that you can configure here as well. Super duper simple to utilize. This works the other way as well. Okay, so let's go to ES June 25th on here. If I go to, I need to enable trading. Okay, let's do chart trader, and let's say I hit buy the ask on this. Yep, actually, I'm going to make the account, the leader account, 18206. Let's do buy market. Okay. I should go over here and, well, market order rejected. Okay. So they are 100% in sync. Now, I could wait till the market's open to do this. I'm not going to do that in this case, but it's very, very simple to set up, guys. Right. So let me review kind of the setup so far. You'll need TradingView. You need an account that you can log in with in the TradingView. They support a ton of different brokers. That account needs to be your leader account in NinjaTrader as well. Okay, you'll need to go to tools, go to options. Okay, you need to have multi-provider connected so you can log into multiple providers. Okay, and then in connections, to add another connection, you'll come down here, you'll hit configure. You'll set up all of your logins here. Okay, you'll add each one. Mostly they'll be NinjaTrader connections. Add in a rhythmic connection, whatever you want to add, right? You'll add it. And then when you want to log into them, you'll just select them here, and you'll have a bunch of different accounts. Any account that is green is logged in. Okay, so you'll have when you log into Apex, all of your Apex accounts will show up. When you log into Elite Trader Funding, all of your accounts will show up. When you log into daytraders.com, all of your accounts will show up. When you log into My Funded Futures, all your accounts will show up here. And you can copy trade from TradingView to each and all of them, right? You're going to set up Replikanto to make sure you don't get in a situation where, they get out of sync, right? So let's go ahead and get back to our Replikanto window. So you're gonna come to Replikanto, you're gonna make sure you choose the right leader account. You're gonna make sure that you have the right instrument selected. You're gonna double click in here, and you're gonna go to properties to select that. Something else you can do, right? I only set up one instrument. You can add another tab, okay? What I like to do is, instead of having to reconfigure everything in the new tab, I'll double click this. I'll select duplicate a new tab, okay? I'll just change the instrument. So instead of ES, I want to do, futures, and let's just do NQ June 25th. Okay. So now whatever I've configured over in my first tab is going to be the same in this tab, except for another instrument. So now I can copy trade multiple instruments exactly the same. When you first start doing this, is the fastest way. If you have a lot of accounts, ask me how I know. It's going to take a long time to click through and reconfigure each tab. So set everything up how you want it, duplicate the tab, and you can change it. Okay. For monitoring these, I highly recommend, okay, especially if this is your first time doing it, you need to monitor what's happening here and just make sure that you have things configured well, especially if you're somebody who takes a lot of trades. It's easy for this to get desynced, right? If you're marketing in and out, do that. If you have limit orders, tends to work very well, just fine. But even then, there could be issues. Okay. I will mention QuantVPS, NinjaTrader, Replikanto tend to work fine. The actual trading prop firms themselves tend to have issues, and so they'll disconnect. So what'll happen is you'll be in a trade, and then for some reason, Elite Trader funding won't be signed in anymore, right? And you'll miss a trade there, and it'll get desynced. So this is something that you generally want to monitor, at least when you first start trading in the day. I use this when I was traveling in Japan. It was great, okay? Being able to trade on my phone in TradingView, trade all of my accounts. That's probably the, one of the coolest things about this is being able to travel trade on my phone using TradingView, knowing that this is executing everything in the background and is configured to keep me safe. Okay. If you have questions on how to set this up, let me know. I know that there was a lot going on there, but copy trading using a virtual private server is one of the smartest things you can do as a prop trader. I highly recommend it for everyone. If you want to use the best solution in the game, go ahead and check out QuantVPS. I do want to mention this is a sponsored video. I do like QuantVPS though. Okay. I just want to mention that they're a great solution. I tend to actually, and if you've been following me for a while, I kind of rate companies and firms by the stability and smoothness of their website. It seems like something silly, but it really shows, that they're thinking about the customer experience. And QuantVPS's, their login, their dashboard, it's super simple. It's to the point. It's fast, right? What you would expect from a company that's building fast, virtual private server solutions. It all kind of goes together. Okay. It's the front door to their business. It works really, really, really well. The tutorial on how to get in and set up, you can literally just follow the directions on their website and it works flawlessly. Okay. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, share it with two of your friends. Let me know once you've got your trade copier with QuantVPS set up. If you're looking for a community, you have questions, check out TradeEdge, discord.gg/TradeEdge, or you just use the link down below, wap.com/TradeEdge as well. We have a 2-week free trial. The number one prop firm out there, in my opinion, is My Funded Futures. So if you want a My Funded Futures account, check that out. And if you want to learn how to trade like I do, check out my Masterclass. Whew, that's a lot of shameless plugging, but that's what it is, guys. There's a lot of great tools out there. Everything that I mentioned, by the way, are tools, prop firms that I use or have used and or have evaluated and reviewed. Okay, there are a lot of different things out there. You'll notice that I only have a subset of links on my channel, despite all of the noise in the business, and that's for a reason. Okay, I'm Forrest. I invest in stuff. See you later.